So this is for if you feel like you've messed up, you've ruined things with your twin flame. And this might be, maybe you've met them and it didn't go well. Maybe you're in separation. Maybe it's something like you messaged them and they have ghosted you, they've ignored you. Whatever the case is, right? You feel like to some degree you've messed up things with your twin flame. And really I just want this to be a very short video just to, more than anything, just kind of reassure you a little bit. You haven't messed things up, okay? It's not possible for you to mess things up, okay? Unless you have done something really crazy, like, I don't know, burned their house down or, something really out there, right? It's not possible for you to mess things up. Your twin flame, and this is something which I really need to, reiterate that I have said in many videos, is that your twin flame, more or less, feels the same as you. So if you're sitting there thinking, I feel like I've messed it up, I just wish I could make things right, I really want things to work, I wish I could see them again, guess what they're thinking? They're sitting there in their house, in whichever country, right? And they're feeling the same thing. They're just literally, wishing that they could just make things right and that things will be okay with you. And so it's not this thing of like, I really hope I haven't messed it up. You can't really mess it up. And especially if you are watching this video, you obviously have a desire to fix it. You have a desire to, make things right and to actually have a relationship, connection with your twin flame. So most likely they're sitting there thinking the same thing. They want it to work too. So, let's say if you've had an argument, right? Or let's say things are difficult between you, right? Let's say even if they're with somebody else, right? This is the case for a lot of people, unfortunately. You might find yourself in a situation where you've met them, but you're in separation and they're actually with somebody else. We've even heard of people being married to other people. It's tough, right? I get it, it's tough. But deep down, whether they admit it or not, if they are your twin flame, and that's a big if, because there's a lot of people out there who are kind of a little bit confused about, are they my twin flame? Are they not my twin flame? I don't know really. Like, okay, that's something else. That's definitely something else, right? But if they are your twin flame and you're sure, the chances are deep down when they're laying there quietly at night, they're thinking the same thing. They're feeling the same thing. They want things to work. And even if they are not laying there thinking the same thing and feeling the same thing, they most likely will in time. Because as I've said in other videos, it's about peeling these layers back to being your true authentic self. Not everybody is actually able to and willing to do the work. But if you watching this, if you are willing to do the work, that will have a direct effect on them. Because as I said, at the quantum level, you're connected. So if you work on yourself and you uncover these wounds and fix or heal these limiting beliefs and do the inner work, the hard work, right? It will actually have an effect on them, and they will also be triggered to do the work, and also you most likely will connect. They'll contact you, you'll contact them, and eventually things will be good. So don't worry about messing things up. You can't mess things up with your twin flame. It's not possible, because you're fundamentally the same. You're from the same soul, right? Like you're the same frequency. You're the same core frequency at your most authentic level. That's irreplaceable, so you can't mess things up. You just need to keep doing the work and keep peeling back these kind of layers of this onion, which are really just pieces of armor around yourself, which stop you from being your true authentic self. Hope this makes sense. Let me know in the comments if it does make sense. And by the way, check out the links in our description if you want to go through if you want us to help you with a program which kind of guides you through a transformation and takes you by the hand and helps you to reunite, then definitely check the links in the description.